Back. Your daily divine messages from Spirit. We are back here continuing our 21 day soul cleansing journey, and we are on day 19. If you are tuning in at the time of this message, it is a beautiful sunny Friday, August 23rd. This month has just flown by, and I hope that you are reflecting on how this month has been for you. I found myself this morning just feeling grateful for how amazing this month has been. And as we're talking today about the 50-year plan, our future, what it is that we are creating and manifesting, I want you to also really look at your 50-year plan, your future as well as your past. Because, and I don't mean by getting caught up in the past, I mean by seeing that the past is a version of you that may not be who you are at all anymore, but it brought you to where you are. And I'm excited to get into the tarot because there you can see that there are a couple of faces that wanted to speak first with that high priestess with the masculine, and then the emperor over here with the collective. So, but first I wanted to the reason why today is set as a 50-year plan. The reason why I set today as a 50-year plan topic is because when I was first writing the soul cleansing journey back in 2018, it was my second session, and I was doing interviews once a week for one particular day for each week's topic lesson. For this week's lesson of taking transformative action, at the time I was traveling and I went up to Indianapolis to celebrate my little brother's awards with the NAACP. And he was a phenomenal scholar, a phenomenal athlete, and he ran track and just broke records and just did broke a lot of records, not just in high school, but in college, and had just this amazing drive. Has always had this amazing drive about him. Um, my little brother's an Aquarius, so he's just always been 50 years beyond his age. And I remember when he was about 16 or 17 or so, he went on a run during his, summer training, and he came back and says, "Hey, I just came up with my 50-year plan. Do you want to hear it?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean? Like, who's thinking 50 years ahead from now? Like, you're 16. Go, like, have a popsicle." Like, and I had just gotten back from college, meaning I had just dropped out of college and was, in a transformative state in my life where I was really deciding how I wanted to maneuver my world, how I thought I had to be versus who I really wanted to be. And I just remember my little brother always having this plan. And to this day, he's sticking to it pretty well. And he's doing very well for himself. And, now fast forward, that was when he was in high school. Again, he fast forward, went through college with a full ride academic scholarship and ran on track all 4 years, broke records in college, maintained I don't know what his GPA was. I don't probably something great. That's before 4.0 or no less. But all while supporting and supporting his girlfriend through med school, like emotionally, and all while learning how to grow up in a different city and just being the best version of himself. And to this day, I mean, now the president of a solar engineering company and is just, married to the girlfriend that he was with in med, who was going through med school. And now she's, a doctor. And it's just like, I tell you this only to brag a little bit because my family's awesome, but really to inspire because I'm inspired, you know? I get inspired every day when I see beautiful people who have pure souls and strong ambitions move to their own drums, who are manifesting their soul's destiny because we all are the master creator. We are co creating with the source of creation all the time. And so that is something that is important. Oh, a little moth just got in here. That's cute. So interesting that a moth just landed right where the meditation um, set up my altar and right next to my phone, and it's just sitting and chilling. And moths represent transformation. They also go through the same kind of crystallization and metamorphosis as a caterpillar, right? And or I say butterfly, I mean, they still have their cocooning, transforming, and they weave themselves in with silk. Now he's gonna eat my cloth. It's okay. And so this is a message that we are going through this transformation. This week of taking transformative action, this final week, we're in the last 3 days of this soul cleansing journey. And this soul cleansing journey is all about transforming. So thank you, little moth, for your little message. um, so that's the story behind this 50-year plan day, to really look at what are we, no matter what, we're going to be 50 years older, right? No matter what, we're going to be 50 years older. And I think a lot of people have the tendency, myself included, to say, oh, well, that is so far away from now. I'm not even going to think about it. Like, why should I think about it? We got to live in the now. We got to live in the moment, which is true. That's one of our days, which actually I think is tomorrow, about living in the moment, in now. However, you can still be in this moment while having a set and specific direction that you are headed towards. That is your soul direction. That is your blueprint that your soul contracted to come to this earth experience for. So when we follow our bliss, when we follow our heart, when we are on this road to conscious love, so we can live freely, fully, and deeply in our authentic power, we are not trying to control, but we are allowing what is already in our blueprint to manifest. So let's go into the tarots because this is really, really true on what it is that we are. manifesting over the next 50 years. The masculine has the high priestess, and what's interesting is the high priestess was one of the cards that wanted to come out, and then I saw the emperor here at the bottom, which is so beautiful, especially knowing that the collective came out with the emperor as well. So the emperor and the high priestess, that is the original divine feminine, and then I guess you could say the modern divine masculine coming out together is a really beautiful combination. This is of beautiful of stepping into your highest quality of self. The high priestess sits on the throne, cultivating, creating, connecting to spirit. The high priestess gathers wisdom from the Akashic records from her experiences. She's able to show up in her truest light, full and free, authentic, and radical acceptance because of understanding where she has been, has led her to this amazing space that she's in now. Some of you may have the initials B or J. That is not going to resonate with all, just maybe for one or two. But I'm also seeing that the emperor here is of protection, right? The divine masculine is the protector, is the provider, is the one, the masculine energy that we all have within ourselves is about bringing into fruition what it is that the feminine energy cultivates in thought, in spirit. So I love that we have this feminine energy of cultivating from our past, manifesting through the receptivity of God's grace, of spiritual intimacy, and cultivating that, bringing it, manifesting it through into the physical reality. You see, this emperor still has his armor on underneath his royal cloth on the throne, meaning he's still a soldier, is what I'm hearing. He may be king, but he's still a soldier. He is still a warrior of light, of love, and he's there protected. And he wears his armor as a suit of protection, but as well as a reminder that he is protected and that he is still fighting for his truth, for his life. To have the emperor come out a second time with the collective as the strongest energies around the 50-year plan is really beautiful. Again, it goes a double confirmation here. It's a double confirmation to let us know that we are protected as we are moving in our 50 years of manifestation. We have the high heart chakra with the pink border. We have this indigo backdrop of our third eye. And we have the sun and the yellow of our solar plexus, of our truth, of our light. Following your bliss, listening to the clairvoyance and the manifestations, or the clairvoyance and the imagination. My daily devotion today, when I was reading, was about understanding that we are one of a kind, that we are a child of God, that we are, as Marianne Williamson says, your playing small serve the world. If your next 50 years is just to get by, just to survive, are you really living? These cards are telling us live in your highest truth. The Emperor and the High Priestess is indicating to live in your highest potential because that is what is your birthright. Divine Feminine, actually, let's go ahead and complete the conversations here. So, Divine Masculine here, look at that with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups reverse is what I'm hearing, that the masculine may also, though this Two of Cups is a soul contract, it's beautiful that it's out here because the masculine, as we see the feminine and uh, the feminine and the masculine energies here. Under that, you have the Two of Swords, trying to walk by faith and not by sight, trying to make those conversations come into fruition, but having to overcome the fear of rejection is what I'm hearing with that. I'm hearing, do I stay? Do I go? Do I love? Do I forgive? Do I fight? And I'm hearing, don't be afraid, masculine. Perhaps that is what is on with the Two of Cups reverse, the what's on the masculine's heart of the highest energies is this soul contract. It may be love for some of you, romantic partnership, but this fear of rejection, the fear that you will not, is what I'm hearing. The fear that you will not either find your partner or that you will not be with your partner. The fear of separation is what I'm hearing. Maybe you are in separation right now from your divine feminine or masculine. But I'm also hearing when it comes to this soul contract, the Two of Cups, this is this indicates the contract between the two. The little like winged lion, that indicates the contract between the two souls, between the two humans as one soul, exchanging their vows, meaning that there's never a separation between the two. And so the fact that the masculine is in this fear of this their separation, or maybe while they're in, perhaps that's the focus of their 50 years is to reconcile with their divine counterpart as they are maybe in a physical distance from each other. But a soul is never at separation because soul is one with soul. So the soul with your counterpart is under one spirit, one love. That's what the masculine is contemplating. That's what the masculine is reflecting on with this high priestess and really tapping into faith to trust that this is a divine counterpart and that as you are raising perhaps this 50-year plans for the masculine is to you know really what's the word glow up, grow in your highest truest self. You see the masculine is holding the ankh, or the emperor is holding the ankh right there, indicating the balance between feminine and masculine energy. So trusting, a lot of faith, building a lot of faith right now during a the time that is wanted, the time of this time of separation is what this is a message from spirit saying the time of separation is the time where the masculine and the feminine are to be focusing. The masculine is allowing the feminine to focus on her building her or his, again, it's not gender, I'm just saying it for ease. But the masculine is allowing the feminine to also grow into her highest self, while the masculine is also growing into his higher self and building a lot of faith and strength. And I'm hearing even just strengthening the relationship between him and spirit. Maybe you're going to church, or maybe you're going to, and maybe I shouldn't say church. I mean, if church works for you, that's for some because it came through. Maybe you're listening to sermons. Maybe you're reading, picking up, scripture. Or if that doesn't resonate with some of you, maybe you're, going to temple and prayer circles, or maybe you are, you know, tuning into or tapping into healthy living habits, or picking up and reading books on self development and spiritual awakening. If you're tuning into this message right here, you are awakening to your spiritual connection. So that's really beautiful. That's a really beautiful journey that the masculine is on over these 50 years. I love that. So the 50-year plan here for the collective, we have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What we don't see here with the Emperor card, the Five of Swords is setting boundaries, going to battle to set boundaries, cutting out all those who are no longer a part of our journey to reach our best selves. That Emperor card, again, that fighter, that protector, the collective is very in this protective mode right now. Maybe you, and with the High Priestess card over here, I'm hearing sometimes High Priestess can also mean some secrecy. And with the Five of Swords of setting boundaries, cutting people out, with that protector Emperor energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or actually Emperor's Aries energy. And so, you know, I'm hearing that there the collective is in a very strong protective mode, so that they can be and live in their fullest potential. Aries, the collective as a whole, is actually in the North Node is in Aries right now for the entire you know collective of those who are under the particular, I guess you could say, transits that we're in this current time in space, in in radius. But that Aries energy for all of us is about taking leadership. It's about being fearless, take that leap of faith, being the first one to move, to go forward, the big brother, big sister, protector. Aries is about the I am, because though that is the oneness with source, since it is the first of the zodiac, it is the oneness with source. I am. I am brave. I am protected. I am worthy of standing in my highest, fullest timeline. I am allowing conscious love to live fully with soul. I'm setting healthy boundaries for myself to protect what matters most to me. So let's go ahead and move on to the feminine here. We have this feminine energy of the Nine of Swords. So the feminine over the next 50 years might be feeling a bit anxious to think about it. Maybe she's having some, sleepless nights, thinking about the future, thinking about all that she wants to embody and embrace and encounter and experience. Maybe the 50 years that she's um, looking at, maybe she's looking at, you know, the past and she's fearful that some of that's going to come around, or that, based on the past, can her future be the the magnificent journey that she wants, that she's entitled to, that she is came to this earth for. Let's see what the bottom of the deck says. The Crone of Pentacles. That's beautiful. What she doesn't see, though, is that she is so bountiful and abundant. What she doesn't see is that she is coming into her abundant, wealthy, ex, uh, exuberant self. The Crone of Pentacles equates to the King of Pentacles, which is the final king in the tarot. And that is of learning from all of the other kings' journeys and having the wisdom now, having the capability, the confidence to manifest abundance, to act to the point of excess. You see how she's like sprinkling some seeds on the ground? Because even though she has this beautiful amount of fruits and she has that big pentacle on her lap, she still is giving back. She still is planting seeds for the future. The Crone of Pentacles, you see how she's in, this is like the feminine 50 years from now, is what I'm seeing, right? She's now mature. She's in her crone status. She's matron. She has lived and loved. Maybe she has gone through some really, really tough cycles of anxiety and of, you know, pain. But the Nine of Swords is also about warnings, being mindful of the red flags around you, being mindful of if you do not follow your truth, your bliss, your blueprint, then you will not have the success that you are entitled to. Yeah. Yeah, so underneath that is the Two of Pentacles, to harmonize, to balance. She's juggling a lot on her plate right now, is what I'm hearing. And so maybe that's something that she's unsure of. But the underneath that again, Aries energy is the Fool card. Trust. Trust that divine has your back. That if you take that leap of faith, all will be well. That the rainbow of miracles is right there with you. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. That's what I'm hearing right now. And the dreams that I dream of once in a low, low sky. So perhaps you may be feeling fearful a bit or anxious about the future when you think about something as grand as the 50 years from now. But I'm also hearing take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time and just trust, because you are coming into a world of abundance, more than you'll even be able to fathom. Just trust. And if you need to break it down over, you could even make a list, 10 years by 10 years by 10 years by 10 years. If that's too big to think about where I want to be in 10 years from now, break it down to 5 years. If that's too big to think about where you want to be in 5 years from now, break it down to like 1 year. Where do you want to be next year? Because I'm hearing that maybe the feminine energy is not where she wants to be. Maybe she's having these sleepless nights because of the separation that's going on between the feminine and masculine energy. There's that separation between the two because of being in that separation consciousness, not recognizing that this time is the time that you are reaching your highest potential. Maybe she's not sure where tomorrow's food will come from. Maybe she's not sure how she's going to pay her bills next month, let alone where she's going to be next year. But that is all exactly the reason why you want to sit and really plan and trust and just not just plan, but just write down where you want to be. Write down what you want to experience because that is the first step of manifestation. That's the first step of growing your garden. So let's see what Spirit has to say to help us. We have the Page of Crystals, the Page of Pentacles, really beautiful. The Page of Pentacles is about that messenger of of learning. The pages are students, they're messengers. The Page of Crystals is learning, is studying the rarity of the gifts that you have, of the gift that you are, of the gifts that are within us. Understanding that as you continue to learn, you will continue to grow and expand because you know how rare this life is, how rare you are, how rare your gifts are. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Spirit says the path is wide open. Spirit says, I'm helping you move in your path. I'm helping you with learning all that you need to know. Sorry if it's a bit dark, kind of overcast outside. But the path is wide open for you to learn. Maybe some of you want to go back to school and get your degree. Maybe some of you want to, learn and want to open start a new business, but you need to take some classes so that you can learn, be more educated about it. Maybe you're learning how to love. So you're kind of understanding, taking notes, studying about love, unconditional love, reading books on it, taking notes from your past, what worked, what didn't. But Spirit says, I'm with you. I'm with you. You are a student of life. You are here on Earth School. Allow this to teach you all that you need to know. Lemuria has the sacral chakra that came through the core of creation for our 50 years. As we are manifesting this plan, looking into the next half century of our life, that's where we begin to create. We're healing our sacral chakra. The sacral is about pleasure and abundance and beauty. The sacral is about creating sensuality. It's very much feminine energy. That's why we have the snake with the wings of your Kundalini rising and transforming. The sacral chakra. Maybe some of you, I have my chakra healing series playlist. If you are interested in, maybe you want to go and check that day out of the sacral to see if there are any additional messages that might help you with clearing those energies in the sacral, because the sacral chakra is where the feminine stores trauma, and perhaps that's where this Nine of Swords is coming in. Maybe some of you need to do a sacral cleanse, a yoni cleanse for the feminines, for the women, females. I get and you know, maybe some of you need to do some meditation, visualization of your sacral being cleared and activated so that you can tap into the worthiness that you are, the worthiness of embracing the pleasures of life's blessings and beauties and benefits that are entitled to you, that are part of your blueprint. And then we have the next steps for the four agreements. The second agreement, don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. I've been seeing this one a lot. And as he's, reading a book or reflecting on his journal, it says, your opinions and viewpoint of, and sorry, your opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but yours. So so as we're going into, as we're looking at how these next 50 years are going to unfold inevitably, remember that what it is that you are seeking, desiring, manifesting, that is your truth. And it's not anyone else's to say, well, you can't do that. Who do you think you are, trying to be a superstar or a athlete or a, you know, dancer or artist or astronaut or game creator? Who are you, right? And then you can respond and say, I am a child of God. That's what Spirit says. You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. Because when you tap into your highest frequency of your light, you inevitably inspire others to do so. And that is what we are called to do. So the positive affirmation to take today: my happiness is up to me. That's perfect. My happiness is up to me. My truth is personal to me. What I am creating is up to me, is given to me, is entitled to me. My birthright is to enjoy love, life, experience it to the fullest. And that is what I'm going to do. I love this. So take this with you, beloveds, for the next 50 years as you're starting to write those out. Even again, just writing on a piece of paper from this year till, 50 years from now, how old will you be? What do you see yourself at? Where do you see yourself in 50 years? And, exploring the gap between. How do you want to get there? What journey do you want to take? And don't let the anxieties of the overwhelm of it keep you from really cultivating and moving in that direction, because you are the high priestess, you are the emperor, you are divine. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Your journey is protected, is what I'm hearing. Your journey is protected. I love that. So I hope this helps. I hope this resonates with some of you. If it does, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you would like to know whenever I am going and posting my future anything, whatever I post. um, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so. Take advantage of the 8/8 Lionsgate August promo. First time reads bookings um, are complimentary pre-recorded readings, and returning members have a discount for a full tea and tarot live reading with a 1 ounce loose leaf tea from my Femrooms Apothecary for only $88. So if that's something that is interesting for you, feel free to email me at femrims811@gmail.com, or you can find me on social media, Instagram or TikTok at Princess Leah 888. And until next time, my beloveds, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.